appreciate it. Who's first time? Welcome to our wonderful, dysfunctional, and wonderfully dysfunctional family. This was one of my favorite places to come to last year.
Yeah.
I have a dear friend, yeah. And this is an awesome stage.
Yeah.
I know, what, you guys couldn't bring your friends? I mean, there's plenty of seats.
I feel a bit like I'm a professor. It's like Good Will Hunting or something.
Did you read an excerpt from something? Back in the day.
How's it going? That is the second biggest cheeseburger I've ever seen. May I say that?
Jared, it's not food. It's not food. It's not. Oddly enough, I've seen him eat an actual hamburger that big.
He's gonna need a bigger mouth.
He's gonna need a bigger mouth.
That's it. The windmill throw. Funny, that's basically what we're like on set.
Who's been enjoying the Olympics? That's been really fun.
So you know what the medal count is this morning?
I didn't see it.
40. Good talk.
I think it's like USA 38, Michael Phelps 32, China. And then Katie Ledecky. So
Fun fact for you.
Fun fact for you. My dear friend who lives here, and a lot of y'all have heard me tell the story. Either Jensen or I have told the story about us getting jumped, season 1. Anybody heard it? So it was me, it was Jensen, myself, and my dear friend Jordan, who lives here. And he had lived in LA when we met, and then he had lived up in Vancouver, and now he's back home, and so I see him like once or twice a year. So last year we got together, and he's like, "Hey, have you been watching my cousin in the Olympics?" That
Last night.
Last year. It's a long night. We got together, and he was like, "Hey, remember I told you about my cousin who was in the Olympics?" And I was like, "Yeah, I thought she was like a skier or something in the Winter Olympics." He goes, "No, she's a swimmer." I was like, "Oh, dude, like I've been watching. Like, who is she?" He goes, "Katie Ledecky." I was like, "Really? That's badass. She's my homegirl." Eh?
Sorry. How was the concert last night?
Any unusual surprises?
No?
That's wild.
What's that?
I was with we were with my buddy. Yeah, I didn't know.
Some guy showed up to announce the band.
Well, everybody's really short to us. Who was on set the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, oh, Samantha." She's like, "Yeah, it's just weird being tall." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "For a female actress, like, I'm on the taller side." I was like, "Yeah, I know the feeling. How tall are you? 6 foot, 6'2", 5'3"? She's like, "I'm 5'8". And I was like, I realized that if somebody's below 6'2", I have no idea what size they are.
You have no perception.
No perception. Once it goes beyond, once my head has to go down, they could be 5'2". If my eyes just go down a little bit, I'm like, oh, okay, they could be 6'2". Once my head turns, it's like 5'1".
Jared does this thing. We have our stunt coordinator, Lou Bolo, he's not the tallest man on the crew. And for 12 years now, Jared has been doing this.
Is somebody talking to me?
And it has yet to get old.
The wonderful part is, because he's our stunt coordinator, he probably could like put me in some really precarious...
Yes, he can tie you in a pretzel if he wanted to.
Or put me in a stunt. "Hey, Jared, we're gonna have you do this one. Don't worry about it. It's safe." Smashed to like everything's broken.
However, he has been watching our backs for many years, and he does it with enthusiasm and safety. He's an awesome. In fact, just 2 days ago, I was doing minor stunt, which of course now minor stunts are big stunts to me. It was a fairly big thing. I kind of wrenched my neck on it a bit, but I was basically take 4 running steps, jump, and then hit your back against a wall as hard as you can.
No.
And sideways. So not just like run, but like actually leap into the air and go. So it's like getting hit by a car. And for some reason, I'm like, I got this. Todd, stand down. He's my stunt double. And he's like, really? I got this. And immediately Lou was like, let's get Jensen's pads in here. Let's get a big pad for you can land on, so we can land on. And he comes up and he's like, seriously, you don't have to do this. I'm like, no, it's fine, I got this. Jensen, come on, you don't need me. Todd's right here. He's like, yeah, but then, tight, and you get the face, and make it seem like it's actually me. He's like, well, it's going to be you. So, I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. But he tried to talk me out of it, but I did it anyway. And then it was take 4. Jared and I had this thing of like, anything past take 3 is when you get hurt. And sure enough,
Take 3 is the final take.
Take 4. I hit it a little too hard. And was like, oh, okay, that's it. I'm good.
Call the Cairo.
Yeah.
So we just finished our 244th episode. Very cool, very exciting, very long day. Finishing at 3 o'clock or whatever, Saturday morning. So we're excited to be here, and I'm 6'5" now, 6'2". Before we just jabber, I'm sure there are people. I see your hand. Quick, you should be a Jeopardy. You should be like the butt pusher on Jeopardy. Yes. What is?
Can you show us your best whip and nay-nay? I have presents for the winner and pity present for the loser.
Wait, you have penny presents? So
I don't know what she's talking about.
I think I do have a video of you whipping and nay-naying.
Are these two separate things? Or is
I'm
it
not sure.
a whip and nay-nay?
That would be a video.
Crap.
Watch me. Talk about something for a second. I'm going to say that.
No, we're just, you came at the perfect time.
We were playing bocce ball last night.
Yeah, it was this morning, I think.
It looked like you guys just woke up.
I've been here for hours.
Oh, shut up.
We did just wake up.
All right, go ahead. Come on.
Jeffrey Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. How badass is he on Walking Dead right now? Hey Jeff, I think I gotta call you Big Badass. I think I gotta call you Big Badass. I didn't probably told you this, his son Gus literally said, you're gonna need to call me Little Badass from now on. He's now Big Badass. Jared, you don't really have to.
I'm going to plead the 5th because I think they're the same. Yes, I like.
No, you didn't whip or nay-nay for those.
I'll nay-nay. You just got to keep your eyes open.
I think I know what. This is so stupid. I think I know what nay-nay is. What is the whip? What is this?
Oh, there actually is something. I was whipping all wrong.
I assume whip is.
Yeah.
What is it? You're too what? Hello? Just what is the move? You don't have to like this.
No.
It's more like a Superman punch to me. But
Yeah, but it's hard. The song isn't as catchy as "Watch Me Superman Punch." Watch me wave goodbye. Watch me Superman Punch. Watch me wave goodbye.
watch me wave goodbye. The old Superman wave goodbye.
I see two hands. I saw two hands. Yeah. All right, let's hear it. And I'm not nay-naying. I'm not Superman punching or waving goodbye.
Hello, you're talking about the Olympics. I'm from Brazil, so
What are you doing here? There's
Watching you
something
guys.
going on in your country right now.
I came for you.
Oh, all right. I'll take that.
Might be yours.
Thank you. I'd like to know what are your favorite sports and Sam Dean's favorite sports.
Well, Dean likes ice dancing. That's a great. As far as in general or the Olympics? See, I
I
love.
think the Olympics are fine, or
In the
whatever in
Olympics?
general. I think in
Let's-
general.
Well, let's narrow it down. Let's say what's your favorite event right now in the Summer Olympics? How about that? What's your favorite event?
I like the swimming.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's just really cool to me because I tried to. I'm a normal guy who knows how to swim, but I've never swum. I've never done swimming professionally or taking lessons or something. And we were talking about this. I think somebody tweeted it. Not Shannon. Bill Murray tweeted like they should put a regular person, but a fit person, in the Olympics next to the people for reference, which I think would be amazing. And the apartment I stay at in Vancouver has an indoor pool, and it's 30 meters or something, 25 meters. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go, man. Like I've got a watch on. And I did it, and it was so slow. After 25 meters, I was like, and so it's really impressive to me to watch. I've been watching that in volleyball.
Yeah.
It's not something I would. Those two things. I like to swim. I like to play volleyball, but it's not something I would necessarily. And it kind of flips on its head for me. Like I love basketball. I grew up playing basketball and football, but I'm not really super interested in the basketball at the Olympics.
Yeah.
But in real life, I am. And, I don't know. You.
I was totally into the women's gymnastics for some reason. I'll admit it. And I think it was because we have such a dominant team this year
Yeah.
that I like watching those girls do what they did at a level that was kind of so superior to the rest of the field was pretty awesome. Plus, my wife was super into it, so I didn't have a choice. And then I think Dean would probably be into beach volleyball simply because they're bikinis.
Or target shooting.
What's that?
Or target shooting.
Yeah, eventing.
Yeah. Let Sandy do something.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
67 would probably be my second ride with a different first choice. What would be your second choice? And the Mustang doesn't count.
So
The Mustang never counts. Yeah. Okay. Hey, why don't you go drive? Why don't you go drive your pony in the little pony race? Mine would be probably a late '60s, early '70s Ford Bronco.
my first car I ever had was a '69 Camaro. I still own it. I was always a Chevy guy. So Jared's favorite car is, I'm gonna nerd out, is a Generation 2 Corvette, 63 to 67. I probably like Nassau Blue or Marina Blue convertible. But I still have my old '69 Camaro. So I grew up in the kind of 60s era Chevy. And in Texas, once you kind of make your stake your claim to a brand, you don't sway. I actually bought a '66 Mustang when I was probably like season 1 or 2 of the show, and I sold it within a year. I was like, I can't go forward.
Yeah, because you realized it was a Mustang.
Great cars. We're just making fun of Cliff. But yeah, I'd probably say Generation 2 cooler.
What would be your other one?
Oh,
GTO?
no,
I had 68 growing up.
Nice.
Swift. Very cool.
Go ahead.
This is actually not a question. I just wanted to say that last night you guys were at Brit's Pub and you met my friend Brittany for her birthday, and you literally made her night, so thank you so much for doing that.
Very cool. I hope she had a good night. She
Yeah.
said she was having fun.
She's been talking about it nonstop, and I'm just like, dang it, I was supposed to be there.
It's a fun spot. Fritz Pub. We played some bocce at Fritz Pub.
Yeah.
Has ever been there? Very cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Have a good. Awesome. Happens.
But right there, front row. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry about my accent, I'm not from here.
Where are you from?
Paris, France.
Awesome.
So my question was both of you. Freaking out.
That's not a question. That's just a statement.
How do you say freaking out in French?
Panicky.
Panicky? Not wave goodbye.
So Sam and Dean seemed to be pretty close when they were kids and teens, and yet we learned in the first episode that they didn't talk to each other for 4 years. And so my question is, do you think that a specific fight happened between the two of them, or was it just because Sam wanted to cut himself off from the hunting life completely?
I think it's because Sam wanted to cut himself off, and I think Dean was sort of the prodigal son of John. And he and I are both brothers. I mean, he has a brother in real life, I have a brother. And my brother and I kind of were close, and then you go your separate way, and then you're close, and you go your separate way, and now we're dear, dear friends. And I hope the same happens with my sons. But I think it was just Sam was sort of in denial a little bit about maybe where he should be and where he knew he needed to be. And so I probably blame Sam for the Dean and Sam spat.
Yeah, I blame Sam for pretty much everything.
Merci. We did so funny enough, we did a big photo shoot last weekend, and it was one of those where, you know, like, Arrow is somewhere, maybe y'all saw the pictures. So we were on the Arrow and Flash sets, and like Arrow was there doing stuff, Flash was there doing stuff, Supergirl was there doing stuff, the 100, yada yada, us. And at these photo shoots, you know, you go and you do print ads, and you go and you like stand this way, and then you walk and you turn, and then you have to do tags, they're called, which is, hey, I'm Jared Padalecki, you're watching Supernatural on Australia 10. Hey, I'm Jensen and Jared, you're watching Supernatural only on Sky TV, on whatever it is. And we had one, and it was for the French market, the French network. I'll let Jensen take over from here.
I guess in an attempt to
appeal to the French
market, they had written on the teleprompter, bonjour. And for some reason, I could not say it like, bonjour!
And I'm watching because we're like taking turns, and so the whole time it's like, hi Italy, I'm Jensen Ackles, you're watching Supernatural on Italia 5. Next, okay. Hey Japan, Jensen Ackles, you're watching Supernatural on blah blah blah. And we're all just watching, and then the next one comes next. Bullshit! He was like, it almost surprised him. He's like, I can't turn left.
That's the only way I can say it.
We need you to do it again, Jensen. Okay.
Bonjour!
So I hope it airs. Meanwhile, us are laughing, so if it does air, bonjour!
You'll hear muffled laughter.
There are people in the background laughing. And then we decided to go eat and sleep on the Flash.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't like a made-up thing. Like they had
no eating, no sleeping.
Yeah, they had these like notes up all over set, like no sleeping, no eating, no cell phones. No, like oh my gosh, like this is like a freaking prison in here. And so of course we're like, well, we've got to sleep and eat as much as we can on set. And we walk outside and there's a Mel's parking spot. Now, Jared walks up and the signs are on the wall, the side of the stage wall, and he thinks that they might be just kind of like stuck on little placards or something stuck. So he starts wiggling and then kind of looking behind. No, they're actually bolted on with washers and
to the outside of the stage,
to the outside of the cement wall. And he's like, well. And rips the whole thing out of the wall.
Meanwhile, the production assistants and the ADs from Arrow are there, like, oh god, he's working tomorrow. Like, okay, I didn't see this.
The AD was like, I'm not coming to work tomorrow.
They're flipping.
I can't be a part of this.
He's like, I gotta call in sick. I don't know what to do. Oh my god, like they are
scared of Steven?
And we're like, shut up. We also drew on it, and so.
But we opted not to take a picture of that because
it was a bit,
for some reason,
it was a bit graphic.
I went graphic.
And obviously, part of it, we turned Stephen Amell into Steven Smells, and it became a little more graphic, a little too graphic for social media. But I get a text from Stephen the next day. He's like, best sign ever, I'm forcing them to keep it. So now
this is the greatest thing that's ever happened.
This is the greatest thing that's that's right. Yeah, fun times. Bonjour, bonsoir. Merci. Who drew the picture? Oh, he did show.
Of course.
I don't have good drawing skills.
I don't draw good.
I'm going with you, Adams.
All right. All right. That's not to encourage people to just start yelling. But
You're welcome.
Thanks, Emily.
Love you. Oh, sister.
You gotta talk to the mic.
I have to talk. The mic is not just a hole. She's like,
what's your name? She got some sass going on too. As soon as Jensen started making fun of her, she was like, what's up, baby? Wave goodbye. Watch me Superman punch. Watch me wave goodbye.
Hi.
What's your name?
Helen.
Helen and Emily.
Yep.
all right, good question. Next.
Really, Jensen?
Okay, I'm sorry.
She did the sass again. It's actually amazing. Sorry.
Sorry, okay. So I was wondering for both of you, out of all the seasons so far, what is your favorite season finale?
Ooh, that's tough. You know, oh God. That's a great question. I have two that pop into my mind that I really like, which were 5 and 8.
Yes.
I forget the names, Sacrifice and
Swan Song.
Swan Song. But I also loved the season 1 finale. There was something really cool and magical about the filming of it, and also with Jeffrey being here and remembering like shooting it and remembering not. And back in the day, we sort of assumed we were getting canceled. It wasn't like these days where we have y'all and y'all have us. We're like, okay, the odds are, knock on wood.
Yeah, not to say that we didn't believe in the show, but
Yeah,
I mean,
we didn't
odd.
know.
Yeah, the
We just
numbers
looked
are
at words.
stacked against you.
Yeah, for season 1, and you still, they say that a show, I think our show, I mean, I'm not giving any private information away because I don't know the information anyways, but I think it costs like around $3 million an episode to create, as far as building sets and hiring crew members and the writing of it. Like so if you multiply that times 20 something, it's like 60 or 70 million dollars. And so TV shows for the first year or two or even 3 go into debt. Even successful ones, even like Lost, you know, they're still spending so much money on advertising and on locations and on building the crew and hiring directors and cast and yada yada. So we knew that we were still losing money. That's why they say syndication's the magic number, because that's kind of when you start going from being in a deficit to making money as far as the people paying for the show. So I think there was something really cool about season 1, and I remember setting up, and we were at Boundary Bay, and there was a really cool, the way they had the car accident was really, it was this tow cable that you know, it's like wire, steel wire threaded around, and they had it set up in such a way where the way they started it was by putting both cars, the big rig and the Impala, at the point where they collided. And they attached the tow rope and put them on a swivel or whatever, and then back them up to where it couldn't go wrong. You know, it wasn't like timing, like, okay, I guess I have to drive now. Like, there was no way it could go wrong. And Kim Manners set up all these cameras all over the place. And I remember one of the cameras that he set up in a field to catch it. The way the accident happened, the camera got destroyed because the way the rig and the Impala hit, it went off on a tangent that they weren't expecting, at an angle they weren't expecting, so it just ran to the camera. But there were so many moving parts.
Well, the truck was supposed to keep driving.
That's right. That's right.
And there
was a cannon.
They had basically a giant
explosion. So yeah.
No, but it was like a steel rod, but it was big, and they had that loaded on the other side of the Impala that was supposed to explode down and hit the ground and basically flip the car up and over. And the car was supposed to get hit, boom, the cannon goes, and it's supposed to go, you know, barrel roll, and the truck continues on. And as soon as, basically what happened was the truck hit, and it actually it got locked up with the metal of the car.
Oh, so when it went
and it couldn't.
Yeah, when it lifted,
so
it just lifted
the truck on top of the car, and then both vehicles just kind of slid to a halt. And remember the first thing Kim said? He turned to Lou, the stunt coordinator, and we had a stunt driver driving the truck. That was the only person actually involved in the crash. And he just looks at Lou and he goes, well, I hope your stunt guy can act. Because we knew that that's where we had to pick up the next season, was now the truck driver was a part of the scene when he wasn't supposed to be.
And then I remember sitting in the car because I was driving, and I knew the car was destroyed, and I didn't know if we were coming back, and I remember taking something, which I still have, and I might give it to Jensen someday when he shows up. All right. God, I'm nervous.
Right there, blonde, yes.
Morning.
Morning.
My name's Shoes, and I'm stationed in Hawaii, and I flew all the way here to see you guys.
Wow, thank you.
And I do have a question, but I brought you guys a gift.
Okay.
And I was wondering if you guys would like to get laid.
It's a trick question. I'm Jared. Yeah!
Those are the...
I need a nap.
Those are the kukui nut leis, and they are traditionally worn by the Hawaiian royalty.
Oh, wow. I don't mind if I do. Thank you.
King and princess?
You guys can choose. And my question is, there's a lot of reality TV shows out there that actually do ghost hunting. And I was wondering if you would be willing to guest star on one of them, go to like a reported haunted place. And if you guys are willing, do you think the supernatural, all of your experience would help you out in that situation.
Well, I hope so. Otherwise, what the hell are these writers writing about?
I would love to. I don't know to get boring, I don't know the legalities of it if we're allowed to go on other networks and do TV shows. But if Supernatural ever ends, I'm not going to be able to, I'm sorry. I would love to. I would love to go guest on one of those. I want to go to what is it, Hotel Jerome? Is that the big, super haunted one in Colorado? Apparently it's the most haunted place. What is it called? Stanley. Hotel Stanley. Hotel Jerome.
The Jerome's weren't.
I'd rather go to the Stanley than the Jerome.
Here's the thing. If the cameras are rolling, we really can't, freak out at all because we would be doing a disservice to the 12 years that we put into the show. So it would. But you know what? Yeah, I certainly think that from after filming the show as long as we have, that it has given me a sense of security when dealing with something that is paranormal, because it's like, what would Dean Winchester do? Wait, I might know.
When Tom was about a year old, Jen and I went to the Winchester Mystery House. She grew up between like San Francisco area and Idaho, and so we were visiting her family, and she was like, have you ever been to the Winchester Mystery House? Like, we used to do it for field trips. And I was like, no, I'd love to go. So we took a day trip and went down, and I was like, oh man, like I'm gonna feel like a sideshow, everybody's gonna know, blah, blah, blah. And we get there, and we sign in, and we become a part of a group. We just like latch onto a group, and they're like, hey, nice to meet you, what's your name? We're like, I'm Jared, Jen, Tom. And we take a tour of the Mystery House, and the whole time I'm like, awesome, like they have no idea, like I'm here as a tourist, like how cool. And then at the very end he's like, okay, did you guys enjoy your tour? Any questions, yada yada? And we're like, no, thank you so much. And he goes, great. Now Jared, do you mind taking a picture with all of us? Because we're all huge fans. And I was like, that's awesome, like yeah. So bravo for them, because I didn't feel like a sideshow, like they just gave the tour, and then they all were like, cha-ching, had their phones out. So that was fun.
All right, one more question. Go ahead, Jim.
Someone's pleasing.
Thank God.
What did you say? I should have dove. Didn't.
Mark Shepard's panel. He said that he was
Wait, what? That he played a prank on Jared?
Yeah.
And that I did what?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the same day! Yes.
Yeah, so? Do you want to hear it?
No, there's some dirty... There's some dirty language, so if you're not of adult age. So here's the deal. So, that day I'm talking about with bonjour, you're kind of put through the ringer. You show up, they're putting a bunch of clothes on you, and it's all like, and you're reading stuff, and you're like, my God, like how many countries are there in this world? Because you're just reading over and over again, and you're like, okay, next. Uzbekistan. Hi, I'm Jared Padalecki. Well, you're watching on Uzbeki 5 in like every country in Azerbaijan. How are you? But you're reading over and over again, and you're like, good God, it's going on for hours. And I was like, my wife and kids were in town. I wanted, So, should I explain it or should you?
Mark Shepard. This one.
Wait.
So, Mark Shepard had them. I had no idea.
Say it.
You probably show it.
Alright, can I read it? Yeah.
Jared Padalecki, Supernatural, be sure, Maximus. Mark Shepard
pay you to watch it?
How much does
Oh,
it
he doesn't have to pay me. I watch that for free. I watch it all day. Hashtag Mark Shepard channel. Yeah, you gotta hashtag it.
So he had them put on the prompter this fall. Hi, I'm Jared Padalecki. This fall, watch Mark Shepard on the Flash on the Mark Shepard channel. Hashtag Mark Shepard. Are you kidding me? I was like, why am I doing
And I hadn't seen it. I was just kind of reading along with him. I knew something was coming up. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "Yeah. Did you not hear about his contract? Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got like a link on the CW app, and it's a whole." He's like, "What? Well, how much does he pay you to watch it?"
I still got to remind him. All right. Good morning, guys.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
We'll see y'all.